Hi, my name is Avio. Every year I get 6,000 demo submissions from artists all around the world for record label signing consideration. Every other day I review 30 to 60 of them right here on Record Label Boss. If you want to support your favorite artist in getting a recording deal, or if you want to find out what makes or breaks a demo, or if you just want to hang out, have fun, and talk about the music industry, you are very welcome to join us right here on Record Label Boss, and I'll see you on the next show. Hey! Hello and welcome everybody to Record Label Boss. It's your favorite boy of you on the microphone. How you doing? Welcome to Record Label Boss. It's your boy Avio on the microphone, and I just almost went live without my hat on. I literally put that hat on 5 seconds before, or you would have seen my beautiful, beautiful hair. It's Wicked Wednesday. It's weird. It's weird. God damn it! I can never get through just one pre-roll without messing it up. It's Weird Wednesday. Welcome to the show. How you doing, everybody? I hope you're doing good. I hope you're staying safe. And I hope you're like using your right to vote wherever you are. Hope you're being a good citizen. Hey, Scotty, how you doing? I hope you're having a great week. And I'm gonna look over there and chickadee check how many submissions we got today. And oh my god, I have to calculate. 42. So on this Wednesday we have 42 submissions because we were slacking a bit during the start of the year there, and we kind of like, ooh, no audio. Oh, technical problems. That sucks. That always sucks. My sound card totally crapped out today. All right, Sound in the City. Do we have audio? Okay, I think we have audio now. Sorry guys, had to fix something. Yeah, Scotty, you can hear me, but I got a bunch of other things I'm running as well. So that's very difficult. I'm hoping everybody's hearing me now. If you don't hear me, you just see me, just say Walla Walla Bing Bang or something. If Scotty, if the audio is good for you, voice to music ratio, please say so. That will also be cool. And then we're gonna start reviewing our songs like we do every day. Take over the world, that's right. Alright, let's get to it. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Yep, no AV delay. Excellent. Thanks guys for being patient. The first submission today is from Young Socrates from the United States of America with their song Alice in Wonderland. Submitted under rap. Okay. Whew. So yeah, in the morning, I turned on my computer. And all my sound card did was and those are like the best days when you just do nothing different than every other day, and you start your computer and your technical setup just goes bonkers. What is that? What is that? There's something. Oh, that's very bad. There's something seriously wrong with this. Decent effort. Some effects gone wrong in parts. Vocals are thin and improvable in delivery. All the best and cheers. Really not much going on here. Next one, Price Dior 444 Contemporary R&B. Yeah, that's how it is for me. Wake up, nothing works. And then while I was working, I was simultaneously trying to fix the computer so I could do the streaming. And I never figured out what it was. In the end, I had to reinstall like all my sound devices and reset up all the sound devices on every single input and then re-level everything again. And that only took like hours. I hate that. I'm actually using a PC and I'm not using my Mac. This is why I like Mac a lot better, because that would never happen on the Mac. This stuff like this only happens on the PC. Like, you know, you go to bed, everything is fine, you wake up the next day, bing, 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 error, you know? Yeah. Alright. No. This is also not good. It's gonna be easy Wednesday. Effort. Okay, track that remains basic over long. Over most of it with improvable vocals and overdriven sub. All the best. Cheers. Was it overdriven? Yeah. Get it, lad. Can't do much about it. By the way, ooh! That's a long message, Scotty. Hey, somebody says something nice. I always like that. Empire Enine says, I'd love to hear your brutally honest reviews on a lot of pop I hear on the radio when my daughter takes control of it. Well, most of the pop that's produced by big labels isn't very good. It's in the charts because it's heavily promoted. Some of it is produced very well, excellently, and some of it is actually really, really crappy. But it all fares fairly well because it's promoted with $100 million. So essentially, if you have that kind of marketing budget, you could fart in a bucket and people would still have to listen to it because you're essentially forcing them to listen to it. And once you spend that much money, people are gonna, listen to your song. I think the real art is to make a song that people want to listen to, even if it isn't advertised a whole lot, And Scotty says, troubleshooting sound devices is kind of painful. In my experience, it depends on the sound card. Yeah, I have an onboard Realtek in this one. Oh my god. I use Realtek for general stuff, and I use UA Apollo for everything else that's important. With the UA Apollo, you can save your sound profile setup. Yeah, that's right. But the problem is the streaming PC doesn't have any of my pro audio gear. That's all on the Mac. And I'm actually using a Realtek onboard sound card for streaming purposes, that I would never use for anything professionally. So I'm going to have to give this PC guy here a decent sound card. I've been, shying away from it Because what I really want to do is actually want to buy a USB based mixer. Then I can kind of like, hit the podcasting and, sub mixing. Hold on, I'll switch to the back view, then you can see what I mean. Alright, so I got my sub mixer over here. It's a very small Behringer that was laying around. And that sub mixes my streaming audio. But this is one that doesn't have USB. Some kind of artifacts there. And I want that to be USB so that I can do some in and out from here as well, Creative Labs, yeah, I had all of the Creative Labs sound cards when I was making music in the 90s, 2000, 90s mostly. I had, all kinds of Sound Blaster cards, the AWE with the RAM that you could put on there and actually load samples into the RAM. That was a good time. Yep. I still have it, AWE 32 with 16 megabytes of RAM chipping. That was the shiznit back then. In the 90s, that was it, Okay, I gotta say something to Wakas. Decent effort. Oh my god, I can't spell. It's always somewhat basic music with some okay flowing parts. Vocals are okay, but improvable. Tonally, generally okay. All the best and cheers. So this one is like many songs that we get. It was okay, but nobody would seriously consider doing anything with this song. But it wasn't bad, Okay, next one. Meryl 32 USA red T-shirt, contemporary R&B. And I love it how I got like 40 viewers everywhere. I'm so happy that people are actually interested in me all this time, I think I started in August. Oh, did I do something before that? Not sure. Sexy mamba. Okay. Body out of this world. Ooh! What's that? A new follower! Empire 9. Empire 9. Welcome, Empire 9. So happy to have you on here. Every sexy curve in that. Now you're gonna get to see yourself chatting. You followed me on Reddit for months? Really? What? That is so cool. I mean, I didn't know I like anybody would do that, It's a small community. I know everybody by name. And a lot of people on Reddit are like, what is this annoying guy doing again? I get downvoted so much it's crazy. And they're like, yeah, fuck you. You love what I do. That is so nice. Thanks, man. You're like making my day good. Because I had a lot of trouble today. So I was like, Thank you very much. The track is yeah. Decent effort. Track is okay, but remains basic and a tad bit boring. All the best and cheers. Hi Pro, how you doing? And Pro is from Indonesia or Thailand, right? Something like that. This music makes me want to take a nap. Well, it could be like meditation music, you know? Vocals are improvable. Okay. Okay, next one, G Deep. So far today, not much that I would like. So Empire 9, where are you from? Okay, this is a bit quiet. This is G Deep from America, Kurban, yeah, rap. Hey Ken, how you doing, my man? Boise, Idaho. So greetings to Boise, Idaho. Newly relocated. Did you go home or like chase work? Why does anybody go to Boise? And by the way, guys, say hi to Ken Tucker, my great friend and artist on our label and head of St. Jerome Music. Moved from San Diego because California is a terrible place to live now. Really? Tell me about that. And he's like, great. It's some kind of Indian dude rapping. So what do you guys think about this? It's a bit... I'm not entirely sure what to make of it. It's not totally bad though. Empire 9 says, I keep waiting for something else to happen in the song. It switches and stuff. That expresses my feelings very well 95% of the time. I'm waiting for something to happen, but it doesn't. Different for sure. California is experiencing a mass exodus. And Gaetano says no. You just gotta come in here and hit in 3 no's, right? Gaetano. Sounds like Middle Eastern pop. Yeah, it is. It's a Punjabi Indian. I'm gonna second round it for diversity, and I'm gonna listen to it with you guys again, because you have to like keep a little bit of an open mind, and we could really use somebody from India or sellable to India. Yeah, it's not my thing either. Okay, next one. This is Louis V from USA with his song Toxic, contemporary R&B. So we got so many interesting people in here. And a new friend, Empire 9. So Empire 9, you've been following me for months on Reddit. What did make you come over today? Or why did you follow me for that long? Who does that? Something's up with the voice. I don't know. No for the voice, says Kadi. Yeah, I'd just say too. Got a notification on Reddit that you went live, but realized your Twitch was where everyone was hanging out. Yeah. Originally, I stopped using so much on Reddit because nobody got notifications. And everybody was like, oh, you went live, but I didn't get a notification. So that's good that you got it. Yeah, most people are hanging out on Twitch. You get notified when somebody's online, and you can. Technically, it's a little bit of a better platform for streaming. Reddit still has that thing to where they turn you off after 45 minutes, which is a bit weird. It's not much better. It's a bit better. If I was Reddit, I would put a lot of work in RPAN, because that thing could take Reddit really to the next level. I think they did the right thing with introducing RPAN and channels and stuff, and they need to work more on it. I think it will be the future. At the moment, they're working on it kind of like, you know. Yeah, they have incremental improvements, but I feel like they're not really... I feel like they're not taking it serious. But there's a lot of people out there that wanna, you know, get out there, that wanna show their art, their painting, their music, their coding skills. They wanna talk to people. They wanna interact. And YouTube is not that platform. And Twitch is very organized, you know. So I'm gonna say no for this. So Reddit has like a unique position in the market, but they're kind of like not using it for some reason. Decent effort. They should like totally ask us as a label what they should do. Okay, but basic music with vocals that are not really working and remain nasal. All the best and cheers. But yeah, you could hear that they were trying like The Weeknd, Michael Jackson kind of thing here. Next one, Taylor Tote, Quarter Life Crisis. Commercial. And everybody loves a good commercial.
Jumping out of planes just to feel something. And I'm scared of the dark when no one's there to keep you safe. The monsters in my head are also under my bed. And when you're in between, no one takes it seriously. When you're too young and too old.
Hey, Aaronopoli, oh my god. Aaron, how long has it been since I saw you last? Too many crickets. And welcome Vietnam 69. Spread the gospel of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Yep. And she says she's on Telegraph Hill Records. Ooh, if you're on a record label, why sending you something to a record label? I'm gonna save her for later and worry about that, you know. Thank you, Vietnam, for silver. And Paul Powbry 111, not soon enough. What is this? Brando on the track. Flashing lights. Okay, no. Oh my god. Decent effort. Very basic track with very basic vocals that both need to be improved. All the best and cheers. No. Like, no. God bless you and have a great day. God bless you too, Vietnam. Okay, next one. Romale versus Henry Galvan versus Andriana. All from Mexico. Viuda Negra with homies. Don't know what that means. Don't speak Spanish or Mexican. A little bit boring. Very low energy. And Empire 9 asks me, do you ever just skip to the chorus in hopes of finding something interesting in track? I used to do that. I used to do it to where I went around in a song and was looking for something positive to find about the song. And I no longer do that because I figured out that if you have to skip around in a song to find something good, it's already not a good song. A song should take your interest from the first second that you hear it to the last second that it ends, and then you would say, wow, that was so good, I want to play it again. If you're already searching for something nice the first time you hear it, it's not a good song. Alright, decent effort. Very low key, low energy song that could use some variants all over. Some good parts, all the best and like my music.
Tôi tên là Phan Cao Anh Tuấn.
Yeah, well, I think in most of Ken's music, you'll get the gist of the melodics in the first
Tôi sinh ở
seconds.
Sài Gòn, Việt Nam.
Not all of
Năm
them. Ken has very
1959.
varied music, but Ken always has interesting
tôi
hooks
xuất
and
phát Việt
interesting
Nam
choruses.
năm
Very well written.
1975,
What is this?
trước khi Sài Gòn mất. Tôi
Okay, it's an instructional video about the Saigon massacre. Okay,
trở về Việt Nam 42 năm sau.
Okay. Okay, now there's music. Okay, let's listen.
Chasing something deep within, only finding suffering. Oh, where do I go now?
Okay, it's Ben Phantom Saigon.
Take me to the light, show me who you are. Underneath the cigarettes that burn inside your car, down below your skin.
Oh, it's very basic.
Take me to a place where we can finally begin. Oh my God, you're in my bones.
Okay, no.
Oh my love.
Sorry. Interesting political idea, socially engaged, maybe. I do give points for social engagement. You know, if somebody's like trying to do the right thing or give a good message, I think that's totally okay. That's totally cool. But the music still has to be good, you know. And this is Joaquin. Oh my God, Chaureguay from Chile. Niebla, Latino pop. Yeah. Not too engaging yet. Bam, 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 bam. The voice is squeaky. Again with the squeaky shoes. Not really full and mostly nasal. Nope. Oh, today I'm going at it. Today I'm really going at it. I'm down to... Wow, I got a lot done. Decent effort. Music is okay, but a bit basic. Not too basic, not too basic. Vocals are a bit thin and nasal. All the rest and use.
Ready? You have the cameras rolling? China. Nobody knows the system better than me. Are you
Okay.
ready? Fantastic.
Okay, today is definitely Weird Wednesday. I'm telling you. Always on a Wednesday. We had Saigon and now we have Never Fail rocking the unemployment line.
What you wanna do, baby? We got lots of time. We ain't got no job, so we best get ass in line. Uncle Sam's house is where the gritty players stand. Put a smile on your face and open up your hand.
Yeah, that's the Wednesday, I know.
And we looking kinda skinny. Soon we'll be loaded. Filling up our kitty.
And
Ain't no
I
shame,
don't
mama.
know
Don't
why
be
it's
coming
always
back.
Wednesday.
All stand in
Hear
line
the
for our
phone, yeah.
government check. Cause we rockin' the unemployment line. Unemployment line. Rockin' the unemployment line. For five fine dimes. Rockin' the unemployment line. Unemployment line. Rockin' the unemployment line. For five fine dimes. Looking kinda dingy, honey.
And
I'ma give you a
it's
call.
always Wednesday.
Get some
I don't know
government
why.
check and let's head out to the mall. Don't forget your ID, baby.
Yeah, this track has novelty to it, that's right.
Out of work, bro. It's not alone if you get your money for free. My baby mama lost her mind and now she after me. Don't you worry, sees you, baby. We all on our knees. Begging for a little of that star-spangled cheese. Cause we rockin' the unemployment line. Unemployment line. Rockin' the
Rocking it.
unemployment line.
Yeah, it's obviously not, you know.
Rockin' the unemployment line. Unemployment line. Rockin' the
It's
unemployment
in the interesting category.
I ain't got no job cause that shit's a fucking hassle. Rather spend my time watching swinging titty tassels. Funky strip
Swinging
club where
titty
you
tassels.
moonlight every night. Don't report your pay so your status always right. Uncle Sam doesn't know about your dirty biz. Even when you're bringing back from making some guy jizz. It's all good, honey. I ain't one to judge. We all
Okay.
be feasting on that government fudge. Cause we rockin' the unemployment line. Unemployment line. Rockin' the
Decent
unemployment line.
effort.
Fine dimes. Rockin' the
Definitely
unemployment line.
something
Rockin' the unemployment line.
very
Fine dimes.
different
Not bad.
and
Not bad.
funny.
We won. I'm really rich. I'm really rich. I'm really rich. I'm really
Okay, whew. What can I say?
Ready? You have the cameras rolling? China.
Neural
Nobody knows the system better than me. Are you ready?
is
Fantastic.
okay, but too low
Wakey,
for...
wakey, baby. It's time to go to work, honey. Go see Uncle Sam. Chef. What you wanna do, baby? We got lots of time. We ain't got
All
no
the
job, so we
best
best get ass in line.
cheers.
Uncle Sam's house is where the gritty players stand.
I mean, you know, there's a lot of things going on politically currently in the United States. But, you know, that's really not for us to comment. I have my own opinions about everything, but for us as entertainers, it's important that we, you know, spread the beauty and truth. Okay, next one. I the Mountain from Canada Coal Mine Indie Folk.
Oh, the blue skies over coal
And
mines.
and that is like a complete turn of events as well.
Oh, the blue skies cover my mind. Put me in the ground.
Oh, actually not bad. Good harmonic.
Oh, put me in the
Eh.
ground.
Missed a bit up there.
But I found love
This is cool, says Ken.
once back in the city.
Eh.
There till she went away.
But yeah, I mean, I think this is probably a second round.
Oh, how I would shiver. No one in the house. Oh.
Yep. All right. Second round for the singing folk people. Why not? Wasn't bad. We're gonna listen to it more intently in the second round, but I think it was good. All right, next one is IDGF. I don't give a freak with United States natural disaster indie folk. Indie folk country Americana.
Hear it coming down the street. Trouble looms on the horizon.
Nah.
Run away. I'm a tester.
Eh.
Run western.
Yeah. It's the Ghostbusters problem. When you cross the streams, something really bad happens.
Won't you come my western? Give me a chance and I'll change your mind.
Yeah, it doesn't fit at all. It's like okay, decent effort. The harmonics and tonality in many parts is off and needs to be improved and corrected. All the best and cheers. Sounds like they met today and recorded. Yeah. That is, I can never understand that, guys, by the way, because for me, when I hear a disharmonic or something that's out of key, it's like it so stands out to me and it really bothers me, and I cannot for the life of me understand why you would be able to, I don't know, play this song 100 times and then record it, because while you're writing it, while you're performing it, while you're recording it, you're playing it many, many, many times over, and it never dawns on you that is like totally out of key. That like really makes me question the ability, you know? It's like, I'm not a very gifted painter, by the way. When I draw something, everything looks like a stick man, you know? I think musically some people are like that too, you know? They might have the love, but, you know, God didn't give them the genes for it. All right, next one, Hunter Falls. Belgium, all I never wanted. No good.
You were no good for me. Spark that we had fell, now gasoline to my fire. Oh, you're just no good for me.
Beats Budu says, listen to Trichi.
I just wanna thank you.
We listen to the music that artists send us here, and they want us to review, you know.
Now I know the truth. You show me who we were, and I can't let go of you. 'Cause all I never wanted was you. All I never wanted was you.
Was you? But
Just wanna thank you for letting me go. 'Cause all I never wanted was you.
okay.
Show myself for you bleak. You put me down on the streets,
Yep.
and I had nothing to say about it.
Yep.
I took you back time and time
Hey,
again.
Yarmates, how you doing, my man?
baby, don't you thank me for that. 'Cause all I never wanted was you.
Yeah, potential is there. Yeah, there was a lot of things right. I wouldn't love it either. But it was a 8 point in its genre. There's certainly people that want to listen to this, I would say. And here's I Don't Give a Fuck again with Started Out Poor. So I put him in the second round and we're gonna see him again. And this is also out of sync. There's like this side plays something and then this side plays something and they're not in sync. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my god. Decent effort. Some out of sync elements together with some out. No! Key elements. Room for improvement.
Just show me the sign.
Show me the. Breathe. Well. Okay, I wish I could use your skip button. I would use it now. Yeah, yeah. Okay, that was. Next one, Anesthesia USA Not Interested Reggaeton. Sometimes you get stuff, you know, you're like.
Si te digo que no estoy interesada, ¿qué hago para hacerte
This is a very empty.
desaparecer? Millones hay como tú y no tengo nada de ser.
And Tagtown is asking me if I'm related to Shoe Nice.
Ya mejor sácame de tu hair.
No.
Tú eres lo que no necesito.
I don't know anybody that you would know that I would be related to.
Angelito,
I'm not related to any famous people.
know it's over when I ignored you.
Empty is the greatest truth. Yeah, that's right, Empire. Emperor. The Emperor! Now, there's just not enough going on. And this is Frankie Wanna Play from Italy. Breakable 80s rock. Why does every Latin song goes boom chugga, boom chugga, boom chugga? Yeah, it's reggaeton. It's really, really popular at the moment. All over South America.
I really don't mind. Wake up today. Guess what I find? I feel so invisible.
No, I'm not too nice.
Without you.
For the people that do have a difficult time knowing who I am conveniently wearing this hat to where you have two choices. You can either read it from this way to this way, but that will be wrong. Or you can read it from here to here, and that will be right. Also, hold on. I have a shirt here. So, it's like super difficult not to see my name. All right.
Said it's not my case. I'm down, I'm up. It's a question of time.
Very good, very good.
And words never
Don't lie
rhyme.
to me.
I feel much breakable.
Oh, come on, guys. This is the banger. 3, 2, 1.
Place I need more space to leave a trace. When
This is like fire, dude. I like the vocals especially.
For these changing moods,
Oh, these changing moods.
I'm glad I'm alive.
I'm glad I'm alive. 1, 2, let's go.
And I feel so out of time. Slowly pace, I feel so calm. All around me, people live.
need my time to make everything work.
Me, yeah.
Me, I need my space to dilute all the hurting.
Yum, 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 yum.
We're only mans.
We're only mans. We're only mans. We're only
Me,
mans.
I need my space to move with carefulness.
We're only mans.
Me, I need my time to think well when it matters.
We're only
Open
mans.
up to the world. Golden dates to last.
We're
I'm up,
We're
I'm down,
only-
but I really don't mind.
I
Wake up
don't
today, and guess what I find? I feel so invincible with or without you.
with or without
Wish
you.
it was my case. I'm down, I'm up. It's a question of time.
It's a
Feel
question
out
of time. It's a
and words
question
never
of time.
rhyme. I feel much breakable with or without you.
Ooh, it's that
Now
love.
can you find a meaning?
I think it's really
People
good.
To be rude
Wanting to be rude.
when someone you trust, they
When-
often delude.
They often delude.
Evil goes
That's
they
what
come
a cheer.
so close. Are they gonna hurt to lose?
Woo-hoo.
Looking for a place to hide.
A place to hide. Woo.
Me, I need my time to make everything work. Me, I
And
need
it's
my
such a
space
long
to
song as
dilute
well.
all the hurting and our heart open
It's like
wide.
5 minutes.
Hands would easily fill in.
And I'm like, when can I stop singing? It's a 5-minute song.
Me, I need my space to move with carefulness. Me, I need my time to think well when it matters. Open arms to the world. Golden dates to last.
It's great.
I'm up, I'm down, but I really don't mind. Wake up today.
Fist pump.
And guess what? I
Okay,
find?
everybody fist pump.
I feel so invincible with or without you.
My mom. My mom.
I'm down, I'm up. It's a question of time. Feel out of tune, and words never
Fist
rhyme.
bumps.
I feel much breakable with or without you. I feel out of time. Is there the crime? If I can find my
Wow.
right place here, I feel out of place.
This is, you know, only Italy. Only Italy. Italians are really creative, you know. Please let there be more. I've never had a submission for. You are not going to believe this. Okay, I have to zoom this up. Woo! What is that? All right, can you see this? Artist sent you 14 submissions. No approvals yet. Okay, so these guys have sent me 14 songs over the last year, you know? And I was like, I can't remember these people. I've never heard anything from them. And I'm like, it sent you 14 submissions. Holy Christ. Wow. Wow. All I can say is, wow, 14 submissions. So let's hear them all right now. No. I like no. It's not gonna. I think some of them are in here. Hold on, let me just scan over that. Oh my God, we've got 3 pages left. Blah 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 blah. Nope, no, none in here. But you know, that was something. But we do have other artists too, you know. Empire, we're gonna do it. One day we're gonna do it. We're gonna make a special stream. And I don't know yet. I don't know if I want to make a special stream with the worst submissions, because I don't want to make fun of artists. You know, at a certain point, I feel like it's not cool to make fun of people, and at a different point, I'm like, wow, a lot of this stuff is like really hysterically funny. I'll be there. You know, make it like a greatest misses compilation. I could totally do that. I could approve all these songs and put them on one compilation. Okay, so who wants to buy a 12-track compilation with the worst tracks from Record Label Boss show? From like a whole year of Record Label Boss. And I'll call it 2021 The Greatest Misses. Record Label Boss. But yeah, that will make great gifts. That will make great gifts. Yeah, mates, you can give it to somebody you hate. This is, you're like, look, I got you this wonderful CD. Hey, we're gonna market it as gifted to somebody you really hate. It's like those Now 2020 records, yeah. We're gonna make CDs, you know. It's gonna be like one banger after another. It's generic and lame, I know. Oh, Empire, you're an EDM lover? That's good, and you like my music. Because every EDM lover likes my music, or I will beat them. For those that have everything, this is the gift, yeah? And we could say lovingly curated by one of the world's leading reviewers of independent music and chosen for its extraordinary expressive capabilities. This collection of 12 outstanding songs from the year 21 will blow your mind. Oh, you've been to EDC Las Vegas 8 times? Whoa! Hey, Ryder's Heart! Oh my god! Righty, we've been missing you. Where were you? Emerging artists, yeah. I was like, every day I was crying. I was saying, where is Ryder's Heart? We're making the greatest shows on earth. And Righty is not. Super busy with university. That's not a reason to, like, not be on my show. Nah. Nah. No. Alright, so so I'm happy you're back, Ryder's Heart. I hope you're doing good. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Hope you're doing good at university. If not, you can still work for us, you know. Here at Count Zero Records, you can be as stupid as you want. You just have to, you know, do the work we give you. And Riley says, I'm so sorry. Well, it is because I have classes when your show starts. Yes, I have classes at 8 p.m. No. You're like me. When I went to university, I also had all my classes at night, you know, because I had to sleep in the morning. Because I was going out the day before. And this is Louis Martz from Mexico with Febrero. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, says Righty. Yep. So we're gonna do the greatest Mrs. 21. I'm Writer's Heart says I didn't choose that and I definitely don't go out right now. Oh, reminds me of Telepop Musik, yeah. Yeah, I know it happens, Righty, don't worry about it. Just come when you have time, because we kind of like, miss you. Plus, we don't have so many girls. We have like you and Geta and... Who else was a girl? I don't know. Mostly dudes here. It's like dude heaven. No. Did you miss super awesome Christian albums? You missed a lot. You weren't on here for like 2 months. Yeah, lots of new people. This is Sigmund. From Faroe Islands. I reviewed a few, yeah. It's difficult to find good Christian acts. Most of them are not very, I don't know. Most of them can sing because they're church singers, but they have problem with music. Yeah, vocals aren't strong enough. Interesting idea though. Sounds like the 70s, Oh, wow, man. Haven't seen many memes. Lordy is also missing. Yeah, Lordy's. It's like the old crew kind of like didn't come on so much, and there is like a new crew with some people the same. So the community is growing. And it's still very highly engaged community. Because I just... I talked to Jess Novak today about possibly joining us. If you know her, she does a lot on Twitch. She has a channel, Jess Novak Music, I think. And she's got like 1,600 followers. And she typically has 25 people on, And I have like 90 followers. And I typically have like 40 people on, And like the engagement rate of my stuff is really high. But the amount of people that like this type of content isn't. So there's very few people that like it. But those that do, really do. I did check you on your Reddit channel from time to time, and like I saw you got more followers. Yeah, on many different platforms. On Twitch it was a little bit. On Reddit it's going pretty good. Every time we do something there, And it's been pretty fun, I like when people are like engaging. The guys that chat and say funny stuff, that's really nice. And girls. What I didn't miss was the pretty shitty music. Yeah, well, I mean, come on. You know how it is. It's like we're panning for gold. Plenty of that, yep. Okay, come on. Including this track. Alright, come on, man. And I lost the glasses, but that's because of the fancy TV show thing you got going on. No, because it's hard to see with them. And it's very uncomfortable. And you sweat like crazy. So I'll keep them for shows where I don't have to do anything because I'm just pushing buttons. And, all you do is like look cool. But 3 hours of reviewing, sweating like a pig, and it cutting into the side of your skull and your nose and stuff. It's really not comfortable, and you can hardly see anything. So I ditched them. But they will come back. In 22, I'm going to be live again. And when you come to my show, you're going to be able to see the glasses. No, the community challenge never happened because they didn't get the points done. And then I did a second one and nobody ever put points towards it. And kind of like the whole community challenge idea was, I guess, disregarded. Okay. Terra Voloshin, America, America. Come on.
Fighting back in American act, I just don't know where I start.
Oh yeah, the show, I'll try to make it. Is the Avio t-shirt for free access still a thing? Yeah, I don't know what I promised you. But yes. Okay, no. What did we talk about? I can dimly remember it. But then most people kind of like never. I think it was something like, will you be coming to Ireland because I'm in the process of applying Erasmus? Well, that might be because one of our artists, Matt Reed, is Irish. I don't know if anybody's gonna book me in Ireland. We'll see. We're gonna start booking in about 3 months from now. For 22, though, by the way, for 22, not for 21. And you know, the guys I wanted to go touring with, one guy didn't get on the label and the other guy sadly died recently. So I'm like super bummed out. You know, it's so sad that Scandi died, and I wanted, you know, to do, because it's a lot cooler if you do like 2 or 3 people on an electronic tour, you know. You can, you know, share resources and do stuff, but yeah, Scandi died 10 days before Christmas. He died from Corona. It was insane. The t-shirt was free access to the shows, yeah. Yeah. I think what we're gonna do in the end is we're gonna make a... I didn't like it too much. We're gonna make a name list. I think what we're gonna do in the end is either we're gonna do a special VIP t-shirt that people can get from the store that would entitle them to come in, or we're gonna make a list of the real names of the VIPs and just put them on the list, you know, and then you can come in with your ID and get in, because we don't know what you look like. But what I'm definitely going to do is that everybody who is VIP on this show gets a backstage pass for my shows. Not like it's gonna be a lot of people at the same time, you know. Yeah, so our electronic section has to restructure because, you know, it's all of a sudden it's mostly me left by the twists of fate. So instead of collabing and having tours together, it's gonna be me with a short program. I'm not sure, you know. Yes, Scott, you can, if you want to come, you can come along. The point is that when you want to do something together, you need to have material, you know. And I have about, I have an album I can play. But, you know, what I was actually wanting to do with Scandi is to make an entire show with our own material and kind of like go back and forth, you know. And it'd be like, you know, two DJs playing their songs back and forth and like remixing each other's song and make like a double DJ thing tour, you know. I'm there with my white shirt and the black letters, and he's there, he's always dressed in black with white writing, you know, kind of like do a black and white show. So there's one university in Wien featured on my Erasmus program could apply to. That'd be a bit closer. Yeah, Vienna is like 2.5 hours from here. Which university on Vienna is it? Doesn't matter. There's a bunch of them anyway. So I'm gonna have a lot of time for show development, since all the concepts that I had for my shows kind of like got thrown out by the universe, and now I have to think of a new show concept because both partners are not available anymore. Universität Wien, yeah. That just means University Vienna. That's the general university, you know, as opposed to the technical, the medical, etc. Oh, by the way, Writer's Heart, since you always wanted to work with us, Scotty has recently started working with us as an associate, and we're having a lot of fun. Scotty will confirm that we're having a lot of fun, because he has to. He has already forfeited all of his human rights, and is now a serving bot for us. Yeah, psychology, yeah. Ooh, that is horrible. He signed his life away, that's right.
Hey, I know it's been a while. How was summer? Did you two hold hands by the beach? Do your sweat and tears merge with the sea? There's something I've been needing to tell you for a while.
Cool. Oh no. Ooh. Okay, I'm willing to listen to another 10 seconds.
Can you feel the roses poking at your feet?
Okay, no. No. I'm not announcing the titles, I'm just gonna play them, and when we hear something nice, because we're down to the yes no's, we're just gonna say, woo, that's nice. So yeah, I have to develop a new show. Like, totally. That was horrible, I know. That's the job, you know. Same artist? No, it's a different one. So I'm actually looking to sign some electronic art acts. Or maybe Scotty will be good enough to have a whole album in a year from now. But Scotty has already chosen an artist name. But he's gonna tell you himself. Well, I'm still looking for internships in the next semester holidays, yeah. I just couldn't really come to Austria. That's okay, you can every single person on this label does remote working. Nobody is at anybody else's location. So you can totally remote intern. Yeah, it is possible, Scotty. I'm trying to decide if this song is actually... Yeah, it's very generic, yeah. Yeah, it's a no, yeah. Yeah, of course it's more difficult. I'm going mostly by sound, you know. I mean, lyrics do count a little bit. I will reveal that on Friday. My wife and I are trying to figure out if I should do something new or stick with what I created when I was 14-ish, yeah? Like we talked about, Scotty, you know, there goes a lot into it. Is it free? Can you market it? Is it easy to understand? Does it mean, you know, he's a huge dick in Spanish, you know? I mean, you all know that Mitsubishi made the car called the Pajero, and then marketed all across Europe. And Pajero in Spanish means wanker. So, like, a third of the world population was rolling on the floor laughing because Mitsubishi had just named their new car the Wanker. You know? How can you not check Spanish, which isn't like the smallest language in the world, and what your, you know, made up word means in that language? You should totally check, you know, Spanish, English, French, German, and then, you know, Chinese, so that doesn't mean something stupid. I always loved that Pajero thing. And they only found out after they had delivered it. Takia Quajar. Aha, Indian student. What is that? What is that in Indian? Google Translate Erica. Yeah. It means donkey. As an insult. Ah, okay. Well, that's mild compared to wanker. It's gonna be Avio and MC Wanker.
I'm not cool enough for you.
Avio and DJ Hanky Panky.
My face always scratches
And I'm never gonna be DJ something. That is like the worst.
I'm not cool enough for you.
It's like with the toothpaste, Colgate, yeah. It means hang yourself in Spanish. Not even DJ Ötzi, no. That is, I want to be really, really far away from that kind of image. Even though he has made a pretty good living for himself with that kind of music, you know?
If I were Christ, you'd be the devil. If I
Who would
were
want to listen to this song?
country, you'd be metal.
I don't know. Kids 20 years ago.
Left, you were right.
If you made this at the time, it would be.
I will be left alone tonight. I'm not cool enough for you.
If you make that kind of music, we call it Skihüttenmusik, you know? That people listen to when they're like après skiing and they're in the mountain hut getting drunk and they're like, hola radio, you know? That stuff works. It's like party music, like Ibiza, like Mallorca music. Come on, let's drink another bucket. If it's your thing, you can make decent money with it. Yeah, it's like... Ja, ding dong. Yeah, lots of cymbals. And it's not dubstep. EDM dubstep, they said. So far, it's neither. Yeah, and don't put cymbals in your name, you know? There's a bunch of new regulars that you don't know, Writer's Heart. And we're still waiting for your pictures, Writer's Heart, so we can auction you to the highest bidder. And of course, if you want to be an intern for us, you have to be, you know, checked first. I just noticed it. Yeah, that was halfway okay. Nah. It's too noisy. No. No, it's too noisy. There's too much going on. I shall not be auctions. I will tell you, I have what, 65 camels. Ooh. Yeah, when the track is like overly stacked with stuff. So we're all excited that you're gonna do some interning on the next semester for us, Writer's Heart. It's gonna be cool for you. Of course, we don't pay anything, but you know, you get the chance to come on board later. And now, yeah, I don't know if it was an interesting drum break. Cover? Nope, no covers.
Say, let a pussy nigga try to step up.
Nope, no covers, my friends. I'm interested in how you'll get the 65 camels to Austria when I want to start an auction. I'll get like chocolate camels, you know? Or just cigarettes. 65 camel cigarettes. Yep. Internship is mostly for us to see how the people are, you know, if they're good or not. And if we want to keep working with them or not. You would also accept dromedars? Wow. We're actually growing pretty well as a label at the moment, so we're actually looking for people to work with us in the future in various capacities. So I'm very happy that we have the ability to you know, bring in some new and nice people to work with. Because if I just have to work with Ken every day, Found a dromedar for 2,000. Wow. Or a cow baby for 25. I guess if you're a farmer. There's lots of horses here. I'm literally surrounded by horses. There's, I think, 3 horse ranches, like, around us. Because that's where all the city girls come to ride, you know? Horse riding. So I'm, like, in the middle of Horse Central.
Are all sheep. It's been time you get a shepherd. You are all just slowly rotting, slowly dying like a leopard. You have no sense of direction, not a single goal in life. It's just butterflies and rainbows, no other common
Okay.
Generation is so fucked. Only way to go is up. You all think you are so cool for sipping lean out of that cup. If popping pills are an achievement, you
Danamaru says, are you East European?
so you all become quitters. I'm guilty of this too, though I smoke a rat.
I'm half Austrian, half Greek. And none of these are East European. Greeks are South European and Austrians are Central European. So there's that. The vocals are painful, yeah.
Feel free, be silly.
Yeah, that's many times, you know. The thing is that the music is good, the vocals are bad, the vocals are bad. The vocals are good, the music is bad. It kind of like needs to be both, you know. And you were tempted to buy the cow? Get 2 cows for $50. What are you gonna do with a cow? You can't just have a cow in your apartment. Doesn't work like that. There's some sync issues, it's not quantized right. What is that?
Cold world, cold hearts.
Hmm.
We don't feel as much.
Scotty heard it too. ADR heard it too. See, you're all experts. I could literally just start the stream and let you do everything. I wouldn't even need to be on here. And Rider's Heart says she wouldn't have the cow in the apartment. Where the horse is now. Are you oh, you're a horse girl. You got a horse? What's his name? Avio? The great stallion Avio. It's the great guidance we have received. Ha ha ha, nice. Nah. It's off. Okay, Eichegul. 2 more and then we're done with the first round. I'm happy, that went actually pretty fast. It's kind of like not really going.
I get it.
Yeah, we had established me being a horse girl. No, his name is Remy. Oh my god, he's pretty sweet, but a dickhead sometimes. Give me a nasty scar. Remy Demi. Der böse Remy. Mann, der böse Remy, der gibt mal eins auf den Demi. Okay, I'm gonna say no to this wonderful song. Okay, next one, Vino Yarda. Shitty lounge music. It's like Leisure Suit Larry, just crappy. But we got 4 in the second round, so totally.
It's dirt over me.
I just dated myself with a reference.
You see just
Great games though, yeah.
all over me.
It's usually I can make these jokes with total impunity because nobody gets it. There's like, I can make jokes about the games that I played, and nobody gets it. They'll usually be like just quiet in the channel because people just don't even know what I said. And this way I found out who's, approximately my age.
Over me, as you can see.
Okay, no. That wasn't. Alrighty. Let's play the track that we always used to hear. Interestingly, that track never really went anywhere, even though I always thought it was pretty good. And it's the last one I released, but we'll see. Alright, that was the first round, and I think we got 6 of them. No, 4 of them in the second round. Yeah, it wasn't cool. It's a 10 centimeter cut next to my spine. I was more than lucky that the tree stump didn't paralyze. Wow! Holy Christ! Rider's hard. Yeah, horses are very powerful. These suckers have a lot of muscle. People always underestimate that, but a horse is really, really strong. Oh. Hold on, I can't hear anything. Okay, I just got some political news that in Washington they're storming the Capitol. Hold on, let me see that. Trump, breaking news. Trump adherents are assaulting the Capitol in Washington. Guns have been drawn and armed men are fighting. Shots fired, reported bomb threats. Holy Christ, what the F? There's really no words for this. Capitol was evacuated. Protesters are in the Senate. Police is using tear gas. Vice President Pence has been brought away. Wow. Pence has taken the other side and has spoken up against Trump. Wow, I mean, like, I can hardly believe what I'm reading here. That is insane. Sorry guys, I haven't been reading the chat. Yeah, Getano just came in and said, wow, watched CNN earlier today and they already had broken the first barriers. Crazy new world makes me appreciate this stream like yours even more. Thanks so much, Empire. I'm so happy I live in Austria where none of this shit actually happens anytime. The Austrians are very respectful people. And the worst thing they do is to not say thank you or please. It used to be a different society, Austrians used to be part of the German Empire and we, kind of like started every war in history. But then we decided that it's not worth it. All right, if you're in America, you know, and in Washington, you need to stay safe and stay out of this crap. I don't think anybody is from you guys, but if you are, and I'm, what can I say? I'm very sad for the state of America and what's happening there. Hold on, I'm just. Arbitrator, hey Arby, how you doing? Yeah, I'm gonna turn on some live feed here. Okay, we're gonna. I'm gonna pull up something here. It's not loading.
Of the Trump presidency, and this is a moment of Trump's legacy. This is Trump's legacy. Divided people, millions of Americans who have been fed lies about the election, millions of Americans who have been told that journalists and those who would defy.
Oh. Okay, yeah, bad connection. Okay, I'm gonna play music. All right. America is under attack by our own citizens. Yeah, arbitrator, stay safe, my friend. Can tell you I'm tired of his crap. Yarmates is in Canada. That's good. Stay in Canada. Just watch what's going on. Amazing that two countries with an almost identical origin story can go such different paths and end up so different. That's the truth, Yarmates. Well, that's some awesome breaking news. No, I mean, that's crazy. Yeah. And that goes to something that I always say. Artists have the obligation, and I took that from the Pope, you know? I'm stealing the Pope's words here. And Pope Francis has said that artists have the obligation to spread truth and beauty. Beauty because it gives people hope. And because it makes people feel better. And truth because we as artists have an obligation to say something when we see something that is wrong, because we have people listening to us. And I know that I am an artist. If you listen to my songs, they're mostly about nothing. They're mostly fairly abstract, melodical works. I don't really have great lyrics in my songs, or they're not really about any particular thing. Other than, you know, melody and dancing, maybe. So I'm definitely more on the beauty side. I think that what I want to accomplish is that when people hear my music, they're happy. If I can do that, then I'm really, really happy too. But in general, I think the artist's obligation has never been as important as it is now. What can I say? All right, let's listen to the people. Let's listen to our 4 submissions and try to rate them. And please, guys, keep me updated. I'm just going to continue with the show, and you're welcome to post in the chat what's going on in America. But of course, we are on the side of democracy, and the side of democracy is non-violent. And storming your parliament with a gun is not democratic. And Arby's in Texas. Oh, that's good. A lot of our guys are in Texas, you know. We're gonna make a Dallas Stammtisch one day. Yeah, it's. Hold on, let me pop it up. It's I really don't want to hear that advertisement. It's a guy. He has some. There's this this element here, audio visualizer. Yeah, it's an Indian guy, you know. Punjabi Indian music.
What did he say? Sir, I am saying the choice is yours, sir. Leave my land or get thrown out.
Okay, I'm gonna pass on this one. It didn't create enough interest. Remains fairly flat beat, you know, melody, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I'll give him a decent effort. Some cool parts and interesting artistically, but not enough variants and key melodic elements. All the best and cheers. I think that's fair. Okay, here comes Taylor Toad. What about the duck fun? Did you have any crispy duck yet? No. But Riders Heart, look here. Look here. Do you see this? Try, fail, repeat. 25. You see this? Oh, you're Punjabi too? What do you think about the last song, I Love Lubuka? And Try, Fail, Repeat said to me, if I make a button, a donate duck dinner button, he'll donate. And I made a donate duck dinner button. It's right under your stream. So if you want to donate a duck dinner, you can totally do that. And then I'm going to have duck dinner on the stream. So far, I haven't. But we're going to make it to where there's like a stream and we're going to, you know. 25 is for two, you know, because the missus said that it's unfair if only I get duck dinner and she has to watch. I haven't. I'm gonna make a stream out of it. Yeah, Chinese, it's like 10 euro, 12 euro for crispy duck with stuff. That's totally normal. For 25 you can get two easy. Crispy duck with sauce and vegetables. Taylor Toad. Yep, we have another song. Okay, let's hear another song from Taylor Toad because she has a good voice. This song is Never Have I Ever.
Hey, nice to see you, but I don't need a drink. We're not trying this again if that's what you think. Even though I'm not with someone new, doesn't really mean I still want you. It's you forgetting.
Yeah, I kind of like... I'm putting the talent pool on the back burner because participation in it wasn't all that great. It took a lot of time for me to administrate it, and it didn't really do anything for us. So I switched on the regular demo submissions again. Yeah. Okay, she's either currently signed to Telegraph Hill Records or was signed to Telegraph Hill Records. Something is going on there. She filed for gig booking and touring. You know, I mean, why don't you just not read what we're saying about submitting? You cannot submit when you're on a label to us. Anyway, I'm going to talk with her. And essentially going to tell her that if she wants to, have our booking services, she needs to be on our label. And why are you on a label that doesn't have booking services? Holy child. What? Okay, the music seems blah, blah, blah. I mean, the songs seems every day. Cool song. Send us an email to... at account0records.com and we can have a chat. All the best and cheers. I mean, we do offer booking services, but then she has to pay it if she's not on the label. Cool song. Account0 Records. But yeah, why have a nice chat? So yeah, you can totally buy our services if you're not on the label, but then you're gonna have to pay for it. Then you're kind of like hiring us. A booking services is when you use our bookers. Okay, that is circular. To book gigs. A lot of artists have a huge problem finding gigs to play at because they don't have any connection to venues. They don't have any connection overseas in other countries. They don't know how to book gigs, and they would like to perform live, but they don't have anybody that would, book them and then organize a tour, etc. And we do that for artists. So usually we do that for artists that are signed on our label because we get a percentage of it. And if you're not on the label, then you have to pay for it, And a surprising amount of artists actually ask us if we would do it for them for free. And that is very funny. Different, I can see your messages. You just said, can you see my messages? Okay, so it's going to be interesting. And a lot of labels don't provide it because it's a lot of work and it's very difficult. And most labels try to do the things that are the easiest and nothing else. So they try to do the things that are extremely easy to do and where they can make a lot of money. Artists usually don't know it. Artists usually don't know what is a lot of work and what isn't, and what makes a lot of money and what doesn't. So what they do is they get signed up to a label that hydrate. Oh, I did. Oh my God, my bottle is empty. Catering service, can I have a bottle, please? Thank you. So a lot of artists get, with a label that does super easy stuff with them, 5 minutes of work, and takes half of their money. So, should I use Fiverr to design a logo? No. Unless you pay like $300, you're not going to get a decent logo. Fiverr is actually mostly a way to hire Pakistani, Indonesian, and Nigerian people with very few skill for small amounts of money. There's very few actually skilled people on Fiverr. Okay, next one. The Mountain Coal Mine. And Different says, thanks a lot because I'm learning how to use it. You're welcome. You can ask me anything. You can ask me for advice in life, which stocks to invest in, or how to write good music.
Keep me digging down.
And this is I the Mountain with Coal Mine.
Skies cover my mind. Put me in the ground.
I am Mousy says hello. Hello, I am Mousy.
Put me in the ground.
Do you want your life advice though? I don't know.
Once back in the city, there she lied next to me.
Thank you.
Till she went away.
All right, here's the hydrate. Writer's Heart has redeemed hydrate, so I have to drink some water. That's the rules of the game. Oh, Ringo is fine. He's getting more annoying by the day. And he never comes to the studio anymore because he's camera shy. He doesn't want to be on camera.
But I found love once back in the city. There she lied next to me until she went away. And I found
Oh, I'm gonna totally bring him on again.
waiting by the window,
I think I'm gonna send him a...
waiting on his light to
And Different says, thanks a lot, I'm trying to improve my English and also follow your good account. Thank you very much, Different. I have been between Dr. Scandy's death and the earthquake in Croatia and other unforeseen problems that have taken a lot of my time. I haven't been able to make a lot of progress on the TV channel. Like almost a month, no real progress. So I'm essentially pretty much where I was, I don't know, 3 weeks ago. We're gonna do it, but there were just things that were... I have to cut all the segments. I have to make new cameos. I have to cut every single show segment and do it new, which means I have to get into Final Cut Pro and like arrange everything and do new videos for the music segments and everything, and then, you know, upload them for broadcast and everything. Okay. Let me just pause that. Yarmate says, look, this guy is up. I'm surprised they submitted this song. They have a couple of decent ones, but a bit dated, hipster folk rock sound that seems to be dying. About the song, I like it a lot, actually. 8 from Writer's Heart. And Different likes it. Yeah, I'm going to send him an invitation. Why not? I think it's a pretty cool song. Decent effort. Send us an email to A&R. And we can have a chat. All the best and cheers. And cool song. How many of us sending clips for the TV show? I totally forgot about it. You mean cameos? A lot of artists submitted their cameos, and some friends of mine who are well known in the countries that they are submitted some. So I still got like a lot of cameos to cut because the original cameos I made had some mistake in the rendering and stuff. So I have like, I don't know, a week of rendering in front of me at the very least. I remember Scotty or someone taking a clip of a Twix, but not more. Yeah, so I got about one week of rendering, but with Scotty working on a secret project that if he finishes it, he'll be integrated more in video. Might be cool, you know. Maybe I'll have somebody to help me. How many of these let's have a chat emails get a response back? Almost everyone. I would say about 90%. But a lot of people, when we tell them what to do, then don't take the next step. Because the next step is to actually upload 3 songs and give us a little bit of information about themselves, like their phone number. And a lot of bands never do. But the unbelievable truth is, if you don't give me your phone number, I can't call you. So, yeah. A lot of people think we're gonna, deal with them online and we're gonna, send back and forth emails. And that is absolutely not true. The first thing I do with artists is I try to get a face-to-face meeting and actually do a video chat with them and see what they're up to and how it goes. Because I want to verify who is who, which person is which. I really don't care for having a negotiation with frankie@gmail.com. I don't do that. I never negotiate per email. That is like super useful. Yeah, you can. You can, if they give you their email address and they have FaceTime, you can FaceTime them. If they're friends with you on Facebook, there's things you can do. But a lot of people just give us an anonymous email, like, I don't know, whateverband@gmail.com, that you cannot call and that you cannot have any interaction with. And then people are always like, what, you need my phone number? Do you also want to know my name? I'm like, yeah. You want to sign a contract with us, but you don't want to tell us who you are? You're going to have to submit a lot more data than that, Yeah, but that is actually where we lose the most people. I don't know why. And this is Hunter Falls from Belgium, All I Never Wanted. Yes, Writer's Heart. Writer's Heart says... Oh, Empire says he gets James Blake vibes from this guy. Yep. Writer's Heart says, if I was an artist, I wouldn't let the opportunity slide over something that simple. Me neither. Even if I wouldn't have the intention to sign with the label, I'd still call them to talk with them and see how they are. You'll have a contact in the industry that you can use for something, call them. I mean, what is it? It takes you 10 minutes of your time. So it's the same thing I do. I talk with a lot of people from the industry, which I have no intention of making a deal. And I tell them, I don't think I'm going to buy anything from you, but I called because, you're from a different label and we can talk a little bit. Maybe we can, do some business later, some other day, whatnot, and nobody will say no.
I had nothing to say about it. I took you back time and time again, but baby, don't you thank me for that, 'cause all I never wanted was you. All I never wanted was you. I just wanna thank you for letting
strings, maybe. Yeah, it's good. It's 8, yeah. It's not a masterpiece, but it's very decent. I'm gonna invite him. Cool song. Send us an email to Zero Records. Hey, Angela. Yeah, there's definitely something you can do with this song. Probably even improve it. I mean, definitely improve it. But really, we're looking for potential here, you know. I'm gonna listen to it one more time and then I'm going to send him an invitation because it's the last one for the show anyway.
I just wanna thank you. I just wanna tell you how much you've been, but I gotta learn now rather than later.
He needs to draw the words more in the beginning.
Now I know the truth. You show me who you
Because the track's a bit empty for the short words.
let go of you. 'Cause all I never wanted was you. All I never wanted.
Oh my god, a new earthquake 5.6. Where's the epicenter?
I just wanna thank you for letting
Holy Christ, what kind of day is this?
all I never wanted was you. Sold my soul for you bleak. You put me down on the streets, and I had nothing to say about it. I took you back time and time again, but baby, don't you thank me for that, 'cause all I never wanted was you. All I never wanted
Okay.
was you. I just wanna thank
Yeah,
you for letting me go.
as you know, our label is headquartered in Croatia and the earthquakes have impacted us. Luckily nobody was hurt or anything, but still. Again near Petrinja, oh no. Yeah, you know, very bad. Another strong earthquake near Petrinja and the stuff in the US, you know. These poor people in this town. Already 50% of the buildings in Petrinja are destroyed. And obviously just right now there was another earthquake. That's gonna be really difficult for them. Yeah. More the third time, yeah. The formula says that you need to hear a song 6 to 7 times before you start liking it. And this is the reason, and the way and the psychological way that the majors essentially advertise by forcing you to listen to a song 6 to 7 times, and at that time your perception of its quality increases greatly. It's a psychological effect that Writer's Heart can probably tell you more about. I don't know, familiarity or something. Yeah, that is exactly what they do. They try to saturate you in the very beginning into hearing the song 6 to 7 times in as short of a time as possible. because there's also a connection between the length of the time that you hear it. So if you hear it 7 times in a year, it doesn't matter, it doesn't count. But if you hear it, I think like 6 or 7 times within a week, then it will register. Try to find new things and listen to it once, yeah. And this is what they do with advertisement. This is why they put stuff on rotation and they say, you have to play this song again and again and again. And we're paying for that. So they're trying to saturate you to where, at the very best, you hear that song 6 to 7 times in a week, and then you'll see some engagement from that. And that is obviously something that major labels can do, but independents like us, we can't do that because we don't have that much money. Yeah, I don't listen to mainstream radio either, because I know exactly what happens there. And this is that they will play me their song that they're currently promoting 1 million times, and after that they will play the next song they're promoting 1 million times. So I'm almost entirely listening to alternative sources, and I am looking for stuff and listening to it. But generally I don't listen to a lot of stuff anyway, because since I do the reviewing, I'm pretty happy with not listening to anything. Alright, that was it for today. Writer's Heart says, well, from a psychological point of view, the repetition is how you learn. So every time you find something new when you listen, of course, there's this kind of learning to appreciate it effect, I suppose, yeah? Yeah, it's actually pretty well documented how it should work. And this is what unsuccessful independent artist marketers are trying to emulate when they're trying to promote their music, and that's why their promotion doesn't work. Because and I talked about that today with Jess Nowak. She said, why? Because she said, how are you making people more popular? How are you getting our songs more popular? And I said, in none of the ways that you think we are. Because all of the music marketing that you've ever read or heard about on YouTube, etc., doesn't work. If it would, everybody would be doing it. And the way that music marketing actually works, nobody will tell you, because the people that are peddling $5 ebooks certainly have no freaking clue, and the independent artists that are equally as unsuccessful as you, they don't have a clue, and the random guy that wants to make an advice channel and make money from that doesn't have a clue. The people that actually are successful in music marketing are not on the internet talking about how to do it, because they don't have to. They're making money with music. And this is what a lot of artists don't understand. They say, how can you be successful in promoting something when I am not? And I say, because we do things that are so far away from what you think you should do that you would never find out by yourself. Best way I could say, Of course, I don't want to give away what it is that we do. But okay, that was a little side talk about marketing. Do you want to do a fun short experiment with this concession called Apatasia? It's quite funny. Okay, yeah. Okay, fun short experiment, and then we're gonna wrap up the show. Yep, so that's what it is. And I'm gonna go after the show. I'm gonna probably take a shower, and then I'm gonna watch TV about the madness unfolding today. Okay, here goes. Writer's Heart making an experiment with us today. Our psychologist, sorry. Okay, we're waiting for her experiment. Imagine a dog. Do you see a picture and can you describe it? Yes. I see a brown dog in front of a white background, and the dog looks like a dackel, but with longer legs. Yep. So there's that dog. It's a picture of a dog, if that's what you meant. So Avio, for example, does not have the condition. What condition? Where I can't see a picture of a dog? Imagine a picture of a dog, and then you say, okay, I see a picture of a dog. Well, I'm glad I don't have a condition. When you ask me to imagine a dog, I don't see a picture. What do you mean? Is the condition of not being able to imagine images of objects. What? Yeah, I can imagine one as well. Condition is called aphantasia. You cannot imagine something as a picture. Wow. I did not know that that even existed. That is crazy. I mean, it's not dangerous, but it's very interesting. Certainly fascinating. And I was imagining a dog that wasn't even my dog. It was just a random dog. And I like dogs, you know. I'm actually a dog friend. Dogs are really fun and nice and... No, it's more than just pictures. I also can't imagine smells, tastes, or anything else apart from noises and music. Oh, wow. But you can imagine music. So if I ask you to describe an imaginary dog, what would you say? I like dogs more than people. Yeah, Empire. Yeah, you can imagine music. That's good. I'm not really good in imagining music, and I think that's really funny for a musician to say. I'm more like the guy that kind of like Scott Storch and just like sits in front of his piano and just hammers out melodies, you know? I'll like load up an instrument and I'll be like, until something fits and I'm like, oh, that was nice, you know, and then I'll like go from there. But I'm not the guy that is a composer like Beethoven or something who sits there and is like, oh, this is the melody, and then you write it down as notes. Yep, that's not me. When I do that, I'm like, duh, you know. So I kind of like have to sit and have a keyboard. I like it most with a keyboard. I had to push and all that other stuff with the buttons, but it's nicer when you have a piano because you can like hit more keys at the same time, I guess. But that's it. If you daydream, for example, I only have a boring audiobook. And I hate audiobooks. Yeah. Well, then you can just, you know, listen to my music. It's all for free on YouTube anyway. Other people actually see movies, which sounds pretty cool. Yeah. For videos, that's what I do. I do a storyboard in my head. When I make a music video for an artist or for myself, I usually begin with a storyboard in my head that lays out the story roughly what it should be, you know. Darkness. A spotlight shines. A person appears. They sing. The music starts. The spotlight goes up. A second person comes. Blah, blah. Things like that, you know. Though the advantage is that I simply cannot tune out like in class or something. It's not possible. Wow. And then it kind of like never turns out that way anyway. Just like music, you know. You just imagine something and it's a starting point. I found that I'm not literally like a movie maker like, George Lucas, or a composer like Beethoven that do everything in a very planned manner. I mostly go for inspiration and then keep working. From my point of view, you all have the superpower. Well, that's very funny / interesting to hear. I never knew that there was a condition. Oh, I can watch myself live. There was a condition like that, I've never actually heard of it. A wide field of attention, so I observe too many things happening around me. Wow. That's also interesting, Empire. I'm actually the opposite. Because only 2% of people in the world have it. I am somebody who can be extremely hyper-focused. To the point to where everything around me kind of like fades away. And then it greatly annoys people around me because I completely ignore them. And it has been since I've been a kid. I can sit down and be completely focused on a certain task, like making music or anything really, and dedicate like 100% of my mental capacities on something for a very long time. Like 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, And like everything around me kind of like melts away and there's nothing but me and what I'm doing. And that is a bit weird. And then people are like, hey, I call you for the third time. And I asked you if you wanted bread and you said no. And I cannot remember I did said no. And I didn't hear people calling me, It's weird. Empire 9 says the kind of super focus leads to success in life. Yeah, I'm hoping. But generally, that is it. I can be very focused and I can do studio sessions. When other people are like, oh my God, I need to die after 2 hours. I'm like, what? We just started. Usually I do 12 hours in the studio. 12 to 16 hours in the studio every day is what I do. By myself working. And people are like, in here with me for 2 hours and they're like, oh my God, I need this, I need that. And I'm like, I kind of like tend to get annoyed because people need breaks all the time. And, but, that is... That is it. Everybody's different. If I'm recording for an artist, I'll let him have as many breaks as he wants. But when I work in my way, it needs to be quiet around me with no distraction. And then I'll focus on what I'm doing and I'm Scotty says I can walk away from a project for 2 minutes, then back at it for 5 hours. Yeah. And it bothers me if something is unfinished. Unfinished things bother me like a lot. They bother me so much that I had to train myself to be able to leave things unfinished when I became a manager. Because when you're a manager, per definition, a lot of your stuff is unfinished. You're essentially always in charge of unfinished stuff because once it's finished, it's no longer your concern. So you're dealing with only unfinished stuff. And in the beginning, when I became a manager, I had a huge problem that I was essentially only working with unfinished stuff. And that really, really bothered me. And I had to learn how to let go in the evening and not permanently think about stuff, And many times I'll have something in the back of my head. And for 14 days, over and over and over, I'll be thinking about how to finish that song. Empire 9 has to run. Hey Empire, see you on Friday. Friday 2000 CT. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, always at 8 o'clock Central European time. See you then. Have a good time. Thanks so much, mate. Looking forward to talking with you. And I was talking about focus, yeah. I can't like lost it there. When I get distracted, it's horrible. But anyway, so I would be thinking for 2 weeks what element to add in that song, because I really don't like it as it is. And then all of a sudden, 2 weeks later, I'll be like doing something, standing in the garden, picking up a leaf or something. I'll have the idea and I'll be like, oh, that's what I need to do. And then I'll like run and try it, you know? But my superpower is focus and determination. And I found that to be super helpful in music. Because music is like a long shot game. And you have to deal with so much frustration and people reject you. I've been rejected so many times in music. And I really don't care. And Writer's Heart says, oh, you know what really fucked me up? I only just learned about anaphasia in class. I've been told for 18 years I just don't have any fantasy. And now discovered I actually couldn't do the stuff I can do. Yeah. But isn't that great? I mean, that's like a vindication for you. I think there's a lot of conditions, especially mental, that aren't explored well enough. And because we don't understand them, we can't treat them effectively. And so a lot of kids are marked as being stupid, you know, when they're really not. They just have gifts in a different area, you know. Because in my life, I've met people that are hyper gifted in the mathematical area, but couldn't, you know, learn a language or spell something for the life of them. And I've seen people who are, you know, gifted in economy and they're great leaders and managers, but they're super uncreative. And I've seen people who are super creative, but they wouldn't be able to organize, I don't know, a 2-person concert. Nothing. They literally couldn't get anything done. They're just creative and completely chaotic. And that is the great thing about teams. And that is the great thing about management. And that's why I've always enjoyed being a manager for these years. Because as a manager, you assemble a team that can do everything together. And then things become like possible. And that is actually the cool thing, you know. You get a team to do things that you couldn't do if you wouldn't have a team. It actually isn't treatable, but it's not much of a problem in life, so I don't mind too much, yeah. Yeah. Well, it's not of a problem. We still love you, you know. Everybody's got some kind of problem, you know. I have many gifts and many inabilities. I just try to use my gifts and have other people do what I can't. Very simple. You just have to not be such an ignorant moron that you don't know what you cannot do and what you can do, you know. It requires a certain amount of self-criticism, you know. To say, yeah, I can do this really good, but I'm like really not good in that. Of course you can learn everything, but you're not gonna have innate abilities or, you know, like God-given or genetic abilities in every Dunning-Kruger. Yeah, that's right. Knowing what you don't know and knowing what you can't do is the king's discipline. Anybody that knows what they can't do is usually a good manager or leader. Because most people don't. Most people are entirely ignorant to their weaknesses. And because of that ignorance, they think they're super great, you know? When they're just really stupid. But the self-reflection is difficult, you know. How's my PhD coming? Same way it did 4 months ago. I haven't touched it for like months. It was, you know. I mean, I barely have enough hours in the day. I don't actually, for my label and everything that's going on there. So I don't know. I don't know whenever that is going to be finished. The topic that I'm probably going to change is the perception of renewable energy in daily print media. Because I worked in renewable energy for 25 years. And the energy sector as a whole. And the topic is about the perception of renewable energy. And what that means is there's certain underlying facts about renewable energy, and there's then what people think are facts. And the issue of the thesis is actually not about renewable energy or anything. The topic is about the perception gap between reality and the perception that people have of reality, and why that perception gap is there. So why is there a perception gap in wind power? When for most people wind power isn't a hugely emotional topic, but there is definitely a perception gap between reality and perception. When you ask people about it, how is this? They will say something that is very strongly not realistic. You can do this with anything. I just picked renewable energy because I know a bunch of it, a lot about it. But the question is always, well, like, why is there a perception gap between reality and perception? And then you find out why, and you try to analyze it. And it's the same thing. There's a perception gap between the perception of a musician and what a musician actually is. There's a perception gap of what a politician is and what a politician actually is. And why do these perception gaps exist? Why do people think something... I want to run my studio off solar power one day. Yeah, that's totally possible. I can actually show you the gear that you can do, but it's like really expensive. You're going to be spending like $30,000 on it. But then you can. You essentially need a few PV panels, and you need a battery system, and then a charger-decharger, and a controller, and you're good to go. Battery's going to cost you about $10,000. Panel's going to cost you about $10,000 to $15,000, and then a little bit for electronics, and then you can run your studio no problem. Are you simply reviewing stuff, or also going to conduct interviews, questionnaires? I'm tapping some databases for stuff because I wanted to make very sure that I don't have to do interviews for my PhD thesis, because doing interviews is super annoying and super lame. So I have access to some databases that give a good insight. But I'm thinking about, pivoting on my PhD thesis anyway. And Scotty says, I think I'll be worth the investment, but that will be later down the road when I buy a house. Yeah, it's gonna take you decades to come back that money. So it should definitely be your own house. Don't build it on a rental. You're gonna spend more for putting it up and taking it down. I think it's gonna, since I'm doing a PhD in sociology, it will be around perception and perception gaps, because then almost everything that I worked up so far can be used. I'm just not sure if the topic of the perception gap is going to stay renewable energy, At this point in time, I could probably do something in the music industry, Will be fun and actually informative for me. I mean, if you look at the perception of being a musician of 16-year-old people, and the reality and the perception of musician of 60-year-old people and the reality, you'll see that 16-year-old people, young people, have a overly positive image of musicians, to where older people have a overly negative image of musicians, to where one person says it's the greatest thing ever and you're gonna be rich and famous, and the other person says it's the most horrible thing possible, you will always be homeless and you'll never have anything. And the reality is actually somewhere in the middle. And what they all get wrong is that they all look at frontline performers. Because when they say musician, they usually mean front vocalist. You know, front man in a band. Single artist. A lot of people don't understand that there's a whole industry of jobs that you could do as a musician. I don't even want to talk about the Philharmonics being part of a classical orchestra. And then when you tell people that, hey, they could be a classical artist and make lots of money playing the opera, they're like, oh yeah, true, I didn't think about that, you know. Since when have you been writing in it though? 5 years, I think. What to do after my master's, like PhD, approbation together. Yeah, I did all the courses about 5 years ago. That takes about 2 years. And then you just write your thesis. And since I'm not, you know, nothing's gonna happen when I finish my thesis. I'm just doing it for fun. So I don't really have any stress. Scotty says you can't make it in the world unless you go to the school learning a skill in hard sciences. You can't make money being an artist. Yeah, father-in-law. That's right. Yeah, and so there's a lot of perceptions in the world that are wrong, and you can find these perception gaps everywhere. And the question is, why do they exist? And how? Yarmate says a lot of energy misperceptions are due to the current media landscape. Yep, where even the fringe ideology, like global warming is fake, is presented as an equal viewpoint with two people debating on it, creating the perception that it's a 50-50 debate. That is very good, Yarmates. That is very good point and a very educated point, and that is actually very true. Because in the current, like, egalitarian society, a lot of people think that you need to give, you know, equal space to opposing standpoints. So one person will argue that gravity exists, and the other person will argue that gravity doesn't exist, exactly like you said, Yar. And then people will leave this discussion with the impression gravity might exist, it's a 50-50 toss-up, but it's really not. There are definite truths. There are normative facts. Not everything is up for debate, and certainly not for 50-50 debate. And this is exactly what's happening in America at the moment, to where they're entertaining notions that are extremely, like, say, extreme politically, and debating them as if they were a 50-50 or a normalcy, you know? Yeah, sure, of course, when there's an election, we need to debate its outcome, because we need to assume that it's all rigged and all fake. I don't know, do we? Is that normal? You know, do we need to debate if the sky is blue and the earth is a disk? Is that an actual debate? Or is it up to the person that wants to change the status quo of science to come up with a theory that he then proves in order to move that standpoint? This idea that society needs to debate things that we have proven 100 years ago because somebody's entitled to discuss them is actually very stupid. That's not how you get ahead in science. If you think something isn't as it is, make a theory, do the research, and prove it's wrong. But by simply discussing it publicly, you're not adding to science. You're just talking air, you know? No, like to work as a psychologist, I get an approbation after my master's, but open an own practice, I have to do a 5-year Weiterbildung. So right now I'm thinking about doing my PhD. Yeah, do that. Do that, Writer's Heart. You're smart enough. Do your PhD while you're doing your Weiterbildung. When we lived in the small village communities, there was a social and economic cost of being an idiot, yeah? Now there's no such cost. I can go on Twitter and argue the earth is flat and will meet 100 people that pat me on the back, yeah? It's the bell curve of intelligence. 50% of the humanity is on the left side of the intelligence bell curve. That means 50% of humanity is below IQ 100. And 30% of humanity is significantly dumber than average. And these 30%, you can really convince them of just about anything. All you need to do is tell them that they're important. And if they have the possibility to create an echo chamber to where they assure each other that the stupid things they think are actually true, they get the impression that everybody thinks that. And this is what I've seen a lot in the... I saw a clip on Fox News today, and they were like, how could it be that the rally of President Trump was so successful, but still the Senate races in Georgia were lost? And they failed to mention or understand that Trump held a rally in a county that's 86% Republican. So you go to a place where the minority is the majority due to demographics, and then say, wow, there's so many people that are my fans here. You know? That's kind of like if I would gather all of my fans in my apartment, and then I would say, wow, all I can see is my fans. The world must be full of fans of Avio. You know? When actually what you're trying to do in political campaigning is that you go to the people you want to convince. You specifically go to the people that have a different opinion and say, look, here's my arguments. Maybe I can convince you to vote for me. You don't go to the people that you know are 100% going to vote for you just so you can get a pat on the back, you know? And you're certainly not surprised about it. Yarmate says, the great George Carlin once said, think about how dumb the average person is. Now imagine that half the people are even dumber. That is correct. Writer's Heart says, you know, from like an objective point of view, I know that about 32% of people are really not smart. But from my point of view, I feel like the percentage is a lot higher just because those 32% are more present in our day life. You should gather us all in the house once. Yeah, you can all come. After Corona, everybody's welcome here. Shit, we have artists, a studio, barbecue, pool. Oh, we still here. Pray for us over here. Okay, what happened? Yeah, so all these biases and these willing biases, you know, to where people willingly go into a bias because they want to hear reinforcement for their standpoint, are actually very dangerous for society. So yeah. And that is my topic, you know. Perception gaps and these things. And of course, if you're part of the 1% of the smartest people on earth, like I am, two things happen. Number one, people are offended when you say it. And number two, everybody seems stupid. The first thing, people are offended. Why are people offended when you say I am a good skier, I am a good swimmer, I am an Olympic disc thrower? People will cheer you on. People will say, that's really good, you're really good, that's really great for you, you're a good sportsman, that is wonderful. If you say, I'm really smart, and I'm smarter than most people, people think you're jaded, you're an asshole, and all kinds of other things. And I have always wondered, why is it that if somebody says that they're great in sport and physical activity, people will cheer them on, but if people say they're smart and they're great in mental activity, people will think that these people think they're better than anybody else, and you will get almost only negative feedback on it. I used to answer when I was younger. People asked me, why could you do that? How could you do that? And I said, because I have IQ 142. That ranks me in the 0.1% of the smartest humans. And I can do it because I'm really smart. You cannot imagine the stares you get for this, but it's the cold truth. I've been educated and I went to university. I did a lot of studying for decades, and I'm really smart. And that is the reason why I can deduct things that other people can't. And that is, the intelligence is not my achievement. I was born with it. But I'm certainly not going to be apologetic for it. Oh, I'm so sorry. Nobody apologizes for having a lot of muscles. Nobody apologizes for looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger and for being strong or being fit. But I should apologize for being smart, being born smart. I never got that. And a lot of people think that I'm weird and full of myself and these things, you know, when I'm really not. And in the beginning, I kind of like wanted to have a discussion with them, and then I just stopped. I said something else, you know. And what I said was, I worked really hard on it. And then everybody reacted positively. Because everybody understands working hard on something. So nowadays, what I will say is, I worked really hard on it. I did everything I could, and for such a long time I worked so hard, and people would cheer you on. So, you're allowed to be great in sports, you're allowed to be a hard worker, but you can't really say that you're smart. And that is the most interesting bias for me, that to this day I don't understand. Actually, I do understand it, but that's another that's another thing. There was a shooting in the capital of the news site say, but I'm not sure how true that is. I've used the 1%. Well, I wouldn't tell people that. You get here. I once had an internship at the Bundeswehr, and it was really interesting and all, and I worked with a lot of these kinds of statistics. It was really interesting, yeah. So, my theory for the unacceptableness of intellectual differences is the strong implied inferiority of the person that's dumber. Because the number one evolutional success factor is intelligence. It's not strength. It used to be strength like a few thousand years ago, but the determining evolutionary success factor for the last, 10,000 years is smartness. And when you say that you're really smart, it means that everybody else around you that's not is lesser. And nobody wants to be lesser than somebody else. And other than sports and hard work, intelligence isn't trainable. You're born with it. Because when somebody says they're good in sports, you can think to yourself, I could be too. I could be training every day, and then I could be really good runner. And when somebody says, I'm working hard, you can think to yourself, I could too. I could totally work really, really hard and achieve the same thing. But when somebody says, I'm really smart, there's nothing you can do. You essentially have your smartness, you were born with it, and you're gonna die with it. It's one of the few completely determined qualities of a human. And we hate to be reminded of it when we are the one that has less. Because it's a definite and a permanent. So you will definitely be dumber than that person, and you will permanently be dumber than the person. Gotta go now, yeah? Alright, I gotta go now too before I do too much philosophical content. Plus I gotta watch the TV and the news. Thank you so much, guys, to listen to my interesting ramblings about psychology and everything. I do mean everything I say in the most respectful manner possible. Thank you so much for being on Record Label Boss. I see you next time on Friday at 2000. And stay safe wherever you are. You know, earthquake, unrest, whatnot. Stay safe. I want to see you again on Friday, 2000 Central European time. And see you then. I love you all. And this is Avio. And he's gonna go out.